Hey Leo, welcome to your weekly reading for November 4th to the 11th. I am Charlene, Lizette. Whether you are new or whether you are returning, a massive thank you to you. Either way, I hope you click subscribe and become a part of our collective. Let's dive in and see what's going on for you, Leo, okay? The astrology is going to be astrologying for you for this time, especially as Mars moves into your sign. You may be feeling a little bit of restriction, rage, anger, a lot of like bent up energy. My advice to you would be to learn to channel that energy. Okay, maybe it's on career, maybe it's on creative ideas, maybe it's through creative expression, maybe it's through working out. Whatever path you choose, my advice to you is to find a way to leverage that bent up energy, right? That explosive energy of Mars and Leo, and make it work for you. Okay, Leo? Because if not, then you could get into self-destructive habits and, you know, or have a lot of arguments, have a lot of fights. That's just very much like a Mars and Leo transit. Okay, that's just what it is. And so pay attention to that, okay, during this week and during this month as well. I think I talked about it in the monthly as well. Let's dive into your mantra or your oracle cards first. We've got Vertex, which is really nice. It's a karmic point. It's synastry. It's a nice asteroid in astrology. And what? Well, it's not an asteroid. It's a transit, I guess we could call it. Yeah. And what it is wherever you have vertex in your chart, it is an indication of what works well for you. It's like the alchemy that brings two things together, the glue that brings two things together, right? The water that helps to bind the flour to make it into bread, that kind of stuff. And so these moments are really turning points. They're fated connections that support you in the path forward in your life. They're really beautiful moments. Now, the fact that you got inner earth, you'll survive this, new solutions and beginnings, tells me that even though you are going to be having these major turning points, okay, at the end of the day, these major turning points may really feel destructive in your life as they pull apart, almost like in a tower moment, the people, places, environments, the things that are just not aligning with you anymore. There's guilt here, there's shame here, not surprised. Leo being the leader, Leo being the king, also Leo being the one that's ruled, you know, very egotistical, similar to Aries energy, okay? Not surprised here that we have guilt showing up, because I think that a lot of you are realizing and recognizing that you may have fumbled the ball, not made a mistake, but just, I don't know, like, I think you're realizing here with the Five of Swords, Justice, and Death that things didn't go the way that you planned them to go. And I don't think this happened because Source is conspiring against you. I think Source is conspiring to work in your favor and is trying to show you, Leo, the way that you self-deprecate, the way that you self-sabotage. And Source is trying to be like, look, this is lower octave Leo energy. You know, guilt, shame. Think about the Lion and the Wizard of Oz, coward energy, right? And so Source is saying it's time for you to have courage here. It's time for you to change the way that is not working for you. Two major arcana starting off your reading, okay? That's some big energy, and Justice and Death aren't like hunky-dory cards. You know, I wouldn't turn around and be like, yeah, those are like nice cards to have as major arcana. This is intense shit, bro, okay? There's intensity here. Right? Potential volatility here, anger, rage. Here is this card of the ego again showing up. Five of Swords is I win, but at what cost? You win what? A battle and you lose the war, you lose everything else? Okay. Right? This is like somebody who preemptively or prematurely lashes out and reacts and does something and then ends up having to walk around with their tail between their legs because they messed up big time. Followed by Justice and Death, it's like, karma came around, right? So whether you are the receiver of this energy or somebody around you is receiving this energy, that's going to be like, you know, your own story. I'm not going to sit here and tell you what you're doing wrong or what you're doing right. I'm just going to tell you what it is, right? Followed by the King of Wands after this. Death to the King of Wands is death to the King of Wands. Death to your ego, death to the way that you have been behaving, or the people in your life that represent the King of Wands, the way that they're behaving, in the way that they're egotistical, arrogant, okay, a charmer, maybe even a liar. I've gotten this card to show up for people who what do you call it? Like who run like, oh my God, what would you call them? You know, like these, so if you're in Toronto or you're in Canada, you'll know like we have this thing now where there's a lot of like heists going on with cars, right? And they run these, there's a name for them. Oh my God, I can't even think what the word is called. It's not a heist. They're like these organized crime. There, like I've gotten this for organized crime leaders before. Okay, people who know who to talk to. They got a network of people, but they're not necessarily doing things for like to do the good things. Okay. And then followed by the 8 of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, and the 7 of Cups, Source is turning around and saying, we got to rewrite the script here with the 8 of Pentacles. Own your craft, tune in, channel that energy. Like I was saying before, plant those seeds. Look at the decisions that are working for you and look at the decisions that are not. This is a really big week about major turning points in your life where you really have to tune into that courage, that vitality. Like other than the King of Wands, which is smack dab in the middle, which is you, there's no other like fire energy here. So it's really like all this transmutation energy is focused on you, Leo, whether you're a female, male, unicorn, cat, whatever. Okay, it's focused on you to remind you that there's 2 ways that you can choose to go in life. A life of good, positivity, happiness, joy, ease, or the life that keeps you in your own suffering. Now, the fact that you got Athena as your amulet before we dive into your love reading, Athena is connected to the goddess of wisdom and war. Okay, you can pick up this amulet in the description box below. It's from StarSea Jewels. Okay, it's my jewelry line. It is not the store here on YouTube. Let's dive into your love reading here. I feel like Source is showing you a new way, almost like Source is going this way, this way. Okay, King of Cups, 7 of Pentacles. Maybe this is around decisions in your love life, you know, and Judgment. Yeah, maybe it's about realizing and recognizing the type of romantic partners that you have been choosing, and maybe how you become enamored with the idea of the partners, lovers, rather than realizing that, like, yeah, Knight of Cups, like just because somebody shows you that they're nice doesn't mean that they're the right person for you, right? I always talk about the pillars of compatibility, and some people have criticized me for it, and then I see that they end up breaking up with their partners, and I'm like, I don't want to say I told you so, but I told you so, right? So then we have the 5 of Pentacles and Judgment, right? Look at you. You're the boss, babe. You're the Empress. Don't forget that. Don't forget that you are that highest vibrational energy, okay? Don't let anybody, like, take that away from you, and don't take it away from yourself. So before I leave, I'm going to leave you with the 5 pillars of compatibility. In order for a relationship to go the distance, you have to have emotional, mental, spiritual, financial, and physical compatibility. If you don't have these 4 or 5 foundations, that relationship cannot and will not go the distance. You may stay around for a year, 2 years, 5 years, but eventually that relationship will unravel, okay? Because it doesn't have the right foundation. It's like a car missing a wheel or missing, I don't know, something, right? Okay, here's this video all about manifesting wealth. Because the Pentacles here, I feel like that's a big focus for you this week. And if you want to book a session, work with me in any capacity, it's in the description box below. Thank you for your likes, your comments, your shares, your subscribes. We will see you later, alligators. Peace out. Bye.